Welcome to the Film Junket Podcast.
The end of the world as we know it. It's the end. You always gotta do the you gotta do the echo. What's happening, guys? How's your quarantine going? You self-quarantining? Well, here it is, Sunday, and I'm doing another podcast. I didn't do one last Sunday. It was going to, and then just woke up and completely spaced on it. And then today I was like, should I? You did that whole thing. Sometimes in the morning you just wake up and don't want to do anything. Specifically now. I tell you what, with just looking at the news and, being on Twitter, it really takes the piss out of your day sometimes. It takes that motivation where it's just like, oh. And I couldn't do that today. I have so much to catch up on because, well, I've been wasting time. Not wasting. This is actually, it's good shit. Sometimes you got to do this, guys. Okay, well, first off, I'm drinking some coffee in my Coleman tin coffee mug that I love so much. It's like I'm going camping, but I'm inside quarantined. You can still camp, right? Because that's still, as long as everybody's pretty spread out. I mean, they even say still go for a walk and shit. It's all pretty nuts because what's happening in California, obviously went in a lockdown. I did a video about it, and I went, thank you, Mr. Gavin, slickback celebrity face fucking fuckhead Newsom, for hitting the panic button again. But of course, we're not the only state that hit, like, pretty much did a lockdown. And then I'm just worried it's going to get to the point of big time police state where there's just going to be like trucks and soldiers out in the streets and people are getting fucking killed or thrown in. I don't know. I don't think it's going to get that bad. It's not going to get China bad. Sorry. I was supposed to say that. That's racist. Can't say anything about China because, people, it's just funny. I hate that that a culture war has sprouted about with this whole thing. We got Trump saying China coronavirus, which of course he's not going to stop. Guy's always had a problem with China. Okay, well, a lot of people have always. A lot of folks have had a lot of problems with China, except for media and celebrities and athletes. Because, well, China has got them in their pocket. Or, yeah. And that's pretty much why. So don't say it's racist. First off, it's not racist because it's the country. And then people are like, well, but it's going to cause bigotry over here. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I've seen the slew of videos of bigotry that have been all over the place, which they haven't. You might see one every now and again. But it's funny, too, because I work with somebody who's of Asian descent, and he makes fun of the whole thing. That whole thing. He thinks it's dumb that people are getting all huffy-puffy about it. And usually that's the case. It's usually white liberal women that get more huffed out about it. It's just, what I hate is the fact that when they have a press conference and these journalists just keep hounding Trump about the name. It's like, can we talk about the specifics of how people are going to get helped out and how we're going to contain this fucking thing, as opposed to doing a get 'em column about Trump being racist again for the 567,000th time? Jesus Christ. I love how Trump wasn't racist when they did his roast. Do you remember anybody mentioning how racist he was when they did a roast on him all those years back? I don't know. It's almost like when he went to politics, he became fucking KKK leader. Anyways, it's just dumb. When you see those, there was one that just happened recently where they showed just the very end where the guy asked a question, what would you tell scared Americans? And he goes, I tell them you're a bad reporter. And then rewinded about 2.5 minutes. I saw the whole video. The guy kept on he kept on bringing that out. He was being negative as shit and just trying to get that rise out of Trump. And he did. He finally did, because Trump is Trump. And, his ego was starting to get threatened. So he started saying that shit. And he had to say that, which was, it was a dumb response, but what do you expect? But at the same time, everybody's looking at just a part of the video. They're not looking at the two minutes before where the guy just kept berating him with the same fucking questions. And that's what I hate about Twitter and everything, because you only put part of the story that fits the narrative. It's like, can we look at the whole fucking thing and then create a narrative based on the whole fucking truth, please? How about that? And we're still not doing it, even though we have a global crisis happening right now. Sorry, I just had to get that out there. I'm telling you guys, when I do these podcasts now, while I'm sipping on coffee and getting all caffeinated, as opposed to just sipping on something that's relaxing me, I get a little more fired up. But yeah. Anyways, I just wish the culture war stuff would end. And it's funny too. We don't have to call it the Chinese. I don't call it the Chinese coronavirus, or I still just call it coronavirus or COVID-19, which sounds like a really freaky, weird robot thing. It's funny because when I go to work, the card reader to unlock the door says CDVI. It's almost a code vid, and I'm like, yeah, they're trying to tell us something. That's very stupid, Dave. Yeah, I'm still working too, by the way. They still haven't mentioned anything about working from home yet at my work. I work in an office. It's definitely more than 10 people. I would say there's about 25 to 30 people. So we aren't really exactly following the rules. And with my job, I can actually work from home. You just need a secure VPN, and then that's about it. Which can easily be put on a lap, because I work off a laptop. Basically, I have a laptop and then 2 screens connected to it, and it works fairly well. Kind of sucks though, because my previous job I had like a desktop with a lot of RAM in it, so when I'm doing like the AutoCAD stuff, like I would not get any crashes or lags or anything. So having this on a little laptop, that it's fairly good. I mean, I think it's got about 8, maybe 10, probably 8. But I get crashes all the time, which sucks. But what's cool too is like I also have a laptop, work laptop from stuff that I consult on, side stuff, that has CAD on it. So what I've been doing the last this whole weekend, guys, I apologize. I have 2 videos that I recorded Friday that are gonna go up today, and then I got more videos that I'm gonna do today, Batman, casual Batman stuff too. I wanted to do, so hopefully I get to today. But it basically got sidetracked because I decided I woke up Saturday. My whole plan was to just wake up and veg, to get some of that delicious Wendy's breakfast, bring it home, scarf it down, and then just relax. Just relax. That's all I was wanting to do. Watch something, relax, and that's what I did. I watched a couple movies and just kind of just relaxed. And then finally I'm like, okay, let's do something with your life, Dave. It's almost 4 o'clock. As opposed to looking on the internet and watching movies. So I decided, you know what? I feel like designing. I just feel like drawing something. I haven't done that in a bit. Let's make a new shirt. Let's make something. Let's do something with that. And my first thought was, hey, how about I design the shirt that has the new Batsuit logo on it, the Pattinson Batsuit, with the logo that basically looks like it could be a batarang or a grappling gun or whatever the fuck it's gonna be, some tactful thing that they've put on his chest. So I thought, yeah, that'd be cool, because obviously we're gonna be waiting and might have to wait even longer before we actually get a t-shirt that has that. And I know people have already done it too. They've already done that, and they're selling shirts and everything. But I was like, I'm going to do my version. And basically I just took the image, put it in CAD, and then I started tracing over it, and kind of, as I made adjustments, I just kind of made adjustments by my, just looking at my, looking at the image, looking at my, because there's not like a full-on straight shot of it. I mean, there kind of is, but you got to realize too, it's also 3-dimensional, and you got a chest plate that actually sticks out and does like a bit of a, it's not just straight up 90 degrees looking straight at you. It's like laying upon something. It could be like, 45 degrees or something. So it's a bit of a challenge to do that when I'm like working with a flat surface and trying to make it look almost 3-dimensional somewhat. And then of course putting all the little lines and grooves and shit like that. And I was trying to determine how to, and basically I had like 3 drafts. If you're following me on Twitter or even Instagram, I should probably post the latest one on Instagram. I just kept obsessing. This is what happens. This is what my brain does with stuff like this. I started obsessing over it, and that's why it just took over my life yesterday. It took over my life. I started, like I said, around 4 o'clock. I stopped working on it At like, I don't know, about 2.5 hours in, I already had the first draft going. But I knew I was like, nah, I got to change stuff because I kept looking at the actual image. I'm like, oh yeah, look at the wings, the way that they end on both sides. It doesn't just come to like a point. It kind of goes down. It actually very much, and it looks like how the Batflex Batarang looks a little bit, like the blade part, and then it kind of comes down. It actually looks like that, which is interesting. And so I was like, okay, I got to adjust that. And then there's another little groove, little lip thing right here I got to put on. And oh, this part right here is fucked up. I need to, make it look legit when you're talking about the curves and stuff. Because with CAD, you could punch in a bunch of numbers. You could punch in like radiuses and the lengths and everything to just kind of make everything. That's why they use it to design so much. So I was just obsessing. And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to make it where there's the blades and put the silver sheen of the blades. I mean, I could have went really crazy and made it all scuffled up and shit. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna make it where it looks like it's pristine and new. I'm not gonna go above and beyond, even though I was like fighting that's what I do too. I fight with myself. I'm like, do it, come on, do it. No, let's just make it. Let's not get too crazy with it. I don't even put all the crazy scuff marks. Make it look like pristine, like it would be his first time out. So that's what I've been doing, and then I was going to work out yesterday, but I was like, I don't feel like it. I'm just lazy today. And then I just got right back into it, and I started designing. And then I almost forgot dinner. All of a sudden, I took a break, and I started doing it again probably around 7:30. And then I didn't stop till almost 10, and I'm like, shit, I got to eat dinner. So I fucking took some time, made some dinner. And then I just like, no, let me just walk away from it. And then I decided, I was actually going to do one of those live watch things. I was thinking about it, but that just took over. And I apologize for that, guys, because I know some people were wondering if I was actually going to do the live watch. I'll push it to next week for sure. We'll do it next Saturday. Maybe we'll watch something like Dawn of the Dead or something. Yeah, like I said, what happens is I get obsessed. I started obsessing over little things, and sometimes the certain programs just don't do what I want them to do. Like the big thing that was happening was Teespring. When you insert your image, They do this thing, and it used to be where you can actually remove it, and then you could just place the fucking thing frilly-nilly anywhere you want it in the print area. But now they have it where it just snaps into place, like with a grid. And maybe I just because it's been like a couple years since I've actually done the design on there, maybe I just don't know where that feature is to turn it off, because before you could just snap it or not. And it was pissing me off because the way that my image was, even though it was centered when I exported out of CAD and everything, it just wasn't wanting to be centered. It wasn't wanting to be centered in fucking Teespring. So I had to do a workaround today just to get it right. But that's what was really frustrating me yesterday. And then sure enough, late in the night, after midnight, my fucking, obviously I was sipping on something, feeling pretty good, guys. My brain goes, oh, I'm gonna work on that thing, and I worked on it last night till about 2:15 in the morning, almost 2:30. I worked on it, and I just added more details, added more this, that, and yeah. And then this morning, I kind of just cleaned up the last little part that I wanted to clean up, and now it's on a shirt, and it's looking good. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, yeah, looks pretty damn good. I'm seeing a lot of people going, can I order one? Yes, you will be able to order one, hopefully. What I'm going to do, I think, first is I'm going to purchase one myself. I'm going to have one myself just to make sure it looks good. Because you never know. You're only going by an image that they're making. That usually is pretty good, but you just never know. Sometimes little details, you might not be able to see, like little mess-ups or something. So, yes, as soon as that's the case and it looks good, I'm going to put it out there for anybody who wants to order it. And I know some people are asking, like, how do you get away with not getting a copyright? Well, it's a weird thing because it's not like I'm taking the image of Battinson and putting it on a t-shirt. That you can't do. But apparently, how you can get away and how artists get away with selling, art pieces of, I got one myself that of all the four Jokers. How do they get away with selling something that's essentially, well, they drew it themselves. That's the thing. It wasn't like they just took the image of it and then placed it on a canvas. when you actually can draw. I guess when you draw the things yourself, and I know there's like a slippery surface even with that. Like they might try to go after that too, but mainly it's just when they take like the actual like something that was created by the company themselves, and you just throw that on a shirt or something and then try to sell it. That's where you get in trouble. But this was like I drew it myself. You know, it's not going to be what Warner Brothers puts out there eventually. It's not going to be that. So I think I that's how you kind of get it. Because I mean, so look at some of my other shirts. I drew Batman's armored head, put metal head underneath it. I didn't put anything that said Batman or whatever, and that's been perfectly fine. I have a Harley Quinn and Joker where his head's a bowl of pudding. You know, I thought that was a creative thing, but I traced over. I mean, but it does look like Harley Quinn, and I actually thought, oh, this one probably will get it, but they haven't even looked at that. So yeah. And I even have the bat symbol on my Got Ham shirt. It's like a different kind of bat symbol, and there's been no issues with that either. So, I don't know. Sometimes you could just get away with it. You gotta love this country, or this world. I don't know. I don't know where Teespring actually originates. But yeah, so that'll be available soon, guys. And then I'm probably going to do a casual Batman t-shirt as well. Just that art that my friend James actually got that for my birthday years ago, that he had an artist friend do. So maybe I'll do something where if those sell a lot, I'll send some over to that guy, that artist, because he's the one that created it, even though I have no idea who it is. But yeah, I mean, but what's great about that, and like I said, I get obsessed over it, and sometimes I hate myself when I get so like overly obsessed with something, because it was just frustrating, the Teespring thing, and I'm trying to do workarounds and everything. And basically what's good about it though, guys, is sometimes you need to do something like that, because when you just keep doing the same shit over and over again, you get burnt out, which of course I do. Like every 6 months I get burnt out from just kicking out the same kind of videos that I do. And I think that was happening definitely again. And then with everything that was going on, you know, with family stuff, and then just shit that's going on in the world, you just you lose motivation. But when I posted that on Thursday and Friday, when I was posting like that Marvel video, I felt really good about, because I just let it rip. I haven't really done a video where I just big time let it rip and just ripped on something. So I was actually happy I did that. I knew Warriors bullshit. I mean, who thought that was a good idea? I don't know who thought that was a good idea. A bunch of, like I said, some people, a bunch of scrawny, pale-faced, super liberal, progressive people on vegan diets is what let that go. And that's a good idea. It's like, you know, it's okay to be a little woke, but they went full on. They're like, it almost like they consulted people that know how to do woke parody and said, what would you do for New Warriors? And then they took all those ideas and just really made them happen, and thought that, I don't know. You almost want to, like I said, think that on April 1st, Marvel comes out and goes, April Fools, this is actually the New Warriors right over here. We were just kidding. We didn't, it wasn't this. We weren't going to have this safe space snowflake. Who would do that? You would! Marvel, because you're so fucking out of touch sometimes with your audience. My God. How many times have I heard, like, new stuff from Marvel being shit? I mean, I hung out with my buddy Seek, who's a big Venom fan. He doesn't like what they've been doing with Venom lately in the books. Yeah, that was a big no-no, but we went out there. My buddy Seek, Venom Vlog. I know he's been on the live stream. Really good dude. We met up because he had a YouTube channel, and he sent out a message that he wanted to invite me to the Justice League premiere that happened in 2017. And yeah. And that's, you know, we became friends after that. He's come on the stream. He's a very well-spoken dude. And, you know, he's just been dealt some bad cards. He's had some brain problems. He has another one that's happening right now. His health is not always the greatest. And he was moving to Florida now to be closer to this certain doctor that he needed to be close to. And good for him. Get the fuck out of California, because California's a shit show. I still want to get out of California, and hopefully, I don't know, hopefully by next year I can. That's what I'm hoping for. I still always plan on going to Nevada, but we'll see what happens with everything that's going on. But we plan to meet up. I mean, this was like planned 2 weeks or so prior to all this coronavirus shit. So, and I asked him, I was like, hey man, are you still okay with doing this? Because he's the one that's gonna be more, his immune system's not that great. And he was all for it. He said, even if it's just dropping shit off. And I'm like, nah. I mean, if you're okay, because he wanted to give like a couple posters, which I got to hang up, and he gave me a couple books that he was getting rid of. A Batman vs Superman book that I've actually, I have, and I don't have it. I mean, I've read it, but it's good now that I have it. I own it. And I think a long time ago, borrowed it from a friend. And then another book, too, that has to do with Batman. And very nice stuff. Good stuff. He gave me a couple Zack Snyder posters. That's the thing. He knew that he gave me a Man of Steel poster and a Dawn of the Dead poster. Like original print posters, the ones that came out first. So probably hang those up. Maybe put them in a frame or something like that. Like I did with my Spider-Man poster. But yeah, I drove out to L.A. We went to a place and just talked for about 3 hours. Had some lunch. Delicious fixins, and then I know that's not what we're supposed to do, but when it comes to self-quarantine, I mean, obviously I'm doing that as best as I can. I mean, obviously I still went to Wendy's to get some food yesterday, but I mean, drive-through, of course. And then I had a hankering, because yesterday was my cheat day, guys. I had a hankering for a chocolate shake. I don't know, I was just feeling a chocolate shake, so I went over to Baskin Robbins. They were still open, but you can only do pickup. There was nobody else in there, so it's good, it's fine. Helping not spread, and then I just came straight home and sucked that thing down, and then fucking passed out from the sugar after having a sugar rush, and then I crashed. Jesus Christ! So now I'm back on the regular diet today. I haven't even eaten. The only thing I've had is this coffee. That's delicious. Talked to my mom and my brother about all this after Friday when Newsom went crazy. No, he didn't go crazy. It just sucks that it took all this to have them deal with the homeless population. Homeless population has been exceedingly growing in California for like the last 5 years. Like there's been a boom, and he's just been saying the same shit over and over again. Cost of living, cost of living, cost of living. And then finally they're starting to like, okay, now they got to come up with ideas to get these people off the streets because they're going to be spreading around the goddamn virus. It took this global pandemic for them to deal with this shit. And who knows if they're even going to really deal with it. I don't know. These people just need full-on help. I mean, the number one thing is just mental illness. It's mental illness. It is. I'm like, sure, yeah, the economy does suck in California, but my God, if the government would just relinquish all the regulations that they fucking put out there. I mean, you try to do anything. You want to add to your house. You want to do something. Maybe you have a business. You want to build something. It is a pain in the fucking ass. There are so many regulations. This is why businesses are leaving, because they're getting taxed up the ass, and there's all these regulations that California just makes them do. That's why they're moving to Texas, because it's a lot easier to run a business out there. That economy will not fuck you in the ass. California just fucks you in the ass. So number one reason why my dad, when he retired from the Army after 30 plus years, that he moved into Nevada, because Nevada doesn't touch his retirement, doesn't touch anything. If he would have moved here, they would have taxed the shit out of his retirement. The shit. So that's why he moved to Nevada, and he's perfectly fine. He's happy. Because he still does work. He's a week-on, week-on helicopter pilot for, like, first responders. And he works in California, 29 Palms, and then he drives home and stays a week. It's on again, off again week kind of thing. So, and he's going to retire soon from that. And, anyways, California sucks when it comes to that stuff. But I don't even know. I've lost my train of thought now. What was I going with this? But yeah, so I had a hankering for a shake yesterday, and then I just totally forgot about dinner. I actually wanted to get a Little Caesars pizza, because there was one right next to Baskin Robbins. They're still open, and I'm like, yeah, duh. I guess, there's things are still open. It's not like there's food supply shortage. But it sucks that I found water finally at an AM PM. There's a jug of Arrowhead water, just a normal, like the big handle jug. There's two. I could have been an asshole and taken both, but I didn't. I left one because I'm like, somebody else might need that. And then, of course, I dropped it when I got home, and it poked a hole in it. You guys saw the vodka stream. You saw that I was late because of that, because I didn't know it was leaking. And then I had it tilted upside down, and it fell as I started the podcast. Good way to start, Dave. Good job. But yeah, and then to find eggs, there's like a meat market, little fucking hole in the wall meat market right down the street from my house that had eggs. I mean, this is how so non-legit it is that I don't even know. I'm gonna have to do the egg test because they literally just have it on like a cut up egg carton and plastic over the eggs. There's no expiration dates. No, nothing. Nope. We're good. We don't need that. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Oh man. I made a mistake with like buying too much roast beef that I'm gonna have to eat like crazy all this week because it's gonna go bad. I froze like half of it, but then I realized if I unfreeze that, I'm gonna have to eat it all. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a roast beef bender this week. I'm probably gonna bring my lunch and just have roast beef and cheese. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Save some money. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to eat this shit. And I don't think deli meats was the way to go. I did a little bit of a panic when I went to the grocery store and I got 3 pounds of roast beef deli meat, not realizing that shit can go bad within a week. Okay. And I have like half of it in the freezer and half of it in the fridge. In the fridge, I looked at it, I smelled it, smells fine. But see, I don't just eat it cold, I cook it. So if you have deli meats and you overstocked it, and you're really only supposed to have it in your refrigerator for about 5 days, especially if you have specific deli meat that's not all full of preservatives and shit like that. Cook it. First off, it tastes better. I mean, my God, I do this thing where I just pull pieces off, have butter in the pan, and I put, salt, pepper, and some special spice stuff, mix it all up, and then throw some shredded cheese on top of it. It's so good, guys. So do that with your deli meat. Listen to me. Okay, so then anything that's growing on it, which stuff probably is, even though I have it in a nice little container and even wrapped up in aluminum foil, cook it. Cook your meat, folks. But I have stuff stocked up in my freezer as well, just as backups, just in case. But I still plan on going to the store tomorrow and doing my thing. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I think I'm gonna try to get just more meat because I'm a big meat eater. I don't know. I'll look and see if I can maybe get some canned goods. I doubt that. They seem to be all cleaned up. The breads and all that shit, you guys can have them. You know me. I'm on that low-carb shit. That's the thing. It's like you can either get really fat by self-quarantining or you can get fit as shit. You really can because you're not going out and eating the junk food. So pick your poison here, folks. What's going to fight the coronavirus? A healthy fucking body. So don't do that. Leave the breads. Maybe have them as backup if you really need them. Leave the bad stuff, your pastas and shit. No, you guys can take them. I need the meat. No, but I'm just saying, there's a lot of fitness people like on Instagram and stuff. They're showing you how to do home workouts. That's what I've been doing. I've been doing home workouts for the past fucking 4 or 5 years. I got tired. I got tired of going to the gym, and then when I was with my ex, she wanted to join a gym that was right by us, and it was a nice gym. But then we broke up, and then I kept going, and I just got to the point when I moved out of that city, and I moved a couple towns down. I said, I'm not doing this anymore. No, I take that back. I stopped when I moved here. That's right. So it hasn't been that long. It's been about 2 years or so. Yeah, because I've been here for 1.5 years, so that's how long it's been. Because I was still going to that gym, and then when I was like, I'm moving to this side, it's not even worth it. I'm gonna work out at home, and I got a bunch of dumbbells and a bench and everything, and then I just do P90X stuff. There's 3 P90X videos, like workout schedules. Each one of them has 12 videos a piece that work out your entire body, different stuff, cardio, lifting. Just find those, order those if you want. I actually have all 3 of them that I've accumulated over the years. And I basically just recycle through all those, and it's perfectly, I get a good workout. Like when I get done with here, I'm going to do a workout. Because I was lazy shit yesterday. But I mean, I know, and I feel bad because there's a lot of businesses that are good, like especially small businesses, they're getting fucked in the ass right now. And I know that's the big debate right now. A lot of people are on the side of reopen everything. Come on! People are losing money. People who work for the restaurant business, bars, they are getting fucked. That's why I'm hoping that, they get relief. They're the ones that need relief, okay? We all can't be selfish with this shit. This is the same thing with the fucking vaccination. We can't be selfish when it comes to that, and we can't be selfish when it comes to if they start handing out checks to people that need it. It's for people that need it, folks. This is what's so shitty about the hoard buying, the hoarders, the hoarding of products and stuff at the grocery store. That's why if there's a jug of water there and there's two, don't take both. Somebody else might need the other one. Okay? The food supply is fine. It's just the stores are doing their best to restock the shelves. It's gonna happen. We're okay with the food supply. That's why people need to relax. I would say just buy double than you normally do every time, and just stop where you don't have to go every week or go every day like you usually do, or every couple of days. Like a lot of people will do that, But just stop it. Stop with all that. So yeah, when it comes to the vaccinations, it's like, okay, let the people that need the vaccinations get them first. If you're a healthy, strapping person, you don't need it at first. Let the people that need it get it first. And what else? Where was I going with this? I don't even remember. Jesus Christ, brain's all over the place. Where was I going with that? Because I was using the vaccination as I don't know. I think with the whole thing, people, older people, super, infants, and people with health issues, they need to take the big time precautions. But everybody needs to take the precautions, of course, just in case they are going to spread it. Like, I'm not going to go see my mom today. I'm not going to. She's thankfully going to be working from home now. Her boss told her that, like, starting tomorrow, she's working from home. Good, because that's what they're doing. The people that are 60 plus at her work are now working from home, and good. And since the fact that I have still gone out and about, I haven't been full on quarantine, I still go into an office, I'm not going to go see her today. I'm not going to, like I normally do. And who knows when the next time I will, because I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. Okay, that's what I was talking about. The relief fund. Yeah, that should go for the people that need it. Like right now, I don't need it. You could skip me. I don't need it. My work is still, everything's still good. It should be only for but of course, people are going to be like, no, where my $1,000, man? Where my $1,000? Come on. I need it too. I'm like, yeah, but you're still working. So, it's all about the people who need it first. That's kind of where I'm getting at. But then people are going, oh my God, this is socialism. I'm like, well, we need a little of that right now. It's not going to be, it's just to the people that need it. Okay? I know it does feel like we're being like socialists right now. And I know the long run of socialism does not work. It's never worked. But right now, we kind of need it. That's all. Just kind of need it right now. But who knows? Like I said, we're in a recession. We're going to be going through a recession. So, I totally get that. The economy is getting fucked right now. But at the same time, I'm just going, hey, we got to do what we got to do to fucking get rid of this thing, contain it. It's always going to be there. I don't think it's ever going to fully go away. It's always going to be there. But, we got to do our best to... And I just wish people would just stop with the fucking culture wars. Even though at the same time, I'm seeing a lot of things on the right and the left actually agree with each other, which is weird. Which that's happening too, which I guess is good. But then it just goes right back to, stop being racist! It's like, shut up. Can we stop this right now? Can we stop this right now? And then I even saw like a video of somebody like, I've seen a couple videos where, they're saying that, oh my God, this is like, Asian people are being, just bigotry is happening against them. Which, like I said, Twitter always overblows everything. I don't think it's nearly that bad because, like I said, I've seen people go, it's not that bad. It's not that big of a thing. Shut up. You're just a bunch of ignorant people, especially with some... I always love it when I go like, this shit shouldn't happen. When you see some ignorant, hickey, fucking white trash, older white woman saying racial slurs and stuff like that, I'm like, what do you expect? And like, this is not happening in like when I walk through California, this is not happening in in the youth, in the newer generations. It's always like this, the cliche, like just white bread. It really is. It's probably inbred. It's always usually when you see that. It shouldn't happen. Of course it's not. And they're a dying breed, so don't worry about it. Okay? This nation is still, for the most part, very, very open for everybody, and it's not oppressive. Okay? Can we stop? That's just it. I know, I'm just talking from my my half-white privilege. Remember, I'm only half-white. It's just that part talking right now. What am I talking about? Anyways, yeah, I just wish that old shit would stop and just, hey, they're doing stuff, they're doing things. I know, but it's just, I just wish there was a vaccination for the Trump derangement syndrome, because it just sucks. There are people that are glad that shit is going bad just so then they could throw it in Trump's face. And I'm like, really? I mean, I remember Bill Maher said this a long time ago. He wanted a recession so then it would make Trump look bad. It was like, are you fucking serious? Well, now you have it there, buddy. You have a recession that came along with a virus. Good job. As long as you can own Trump, right? It's really sad. I just don't get that. I don't get that. But mainly people are like, hey, good. Reach out to your neighbor. We're all good people. If I see my neighbors, I've talked to them like, hey, how are you doing? You guys dealing with it? And he's like, yeah, it's hard to come by paper towels, toilet paper, water, and eggs, but that's about it. And I'm like, yeah, but make do, and, let me know if you need anything. That's kind of just got to be nice to your neighbor, okay? Just got to be, and I have not really spoken about movies at all, really, this whole time, because, well, I mean, that's all fucking shut down, but now you can watch Invisible Man, The Hunt. I was thinking about watching The Hunt. I should have watched The Hunt yesterday, but I didn't last night. I forgot what I watched. I watched Burt Kreischer's comedy special, which was hilarious. And then I watched Mark Wahlberg's new movie, Spencer or something. I watched that yesterday too. So there was all that. I remember watch The Hunt tonight or something. Maybe do like a quick review of it. I think Bloodshot, you can watch that too online. So I'll probably watch that as well. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But look forward to some reviews. But what was I gonna? Oh yeah, recently, and I guess I should have did a video about it. But maybe I'll just talk about it on here. Stephen Colbert, he posted an article talking to a stunt coordinator from, I forgot her name, Eunice or something. That he didn't get the interview. I thought he got the interview, but somebody else got the interview. But he did the write-up. Talking about Snyder Cut and talking about how she hit up, I think it was a she, yeah. Hit up Zach, hit up Snyder after seeing the theatrical review and went, what the fuck? What am I hearing about the Snyder Cut? But this is definitely not what we originally did, and then heard that he would show her the Snyder Cut when she was in town, and then other people have seen it, which yes, they have. I've spoken to one of them, and say it's amazing. Say it's absolutely amazing, which of course, yeah, anything's going to be amazing to that theatrical release. But yeah, it was a good article. Get it out there. Just more. I mean, with right now that everything's kind of at a standstill, and he's not posting anything. He's waiting to hear from them, and then of course now that everything's postponed, it's just more of a waiting game, folks. And I get everybody gets antsy, and I see a lot. I keep seeing like a lot of people, of course, saying like, "Hey, now's the perfect time. Warner Brothers release Snyder Cut. Come on! I mean, we're all at home. We can just watch it. Hello." Well, I don't know why I did that voice. Hello. Sounded one of the Three Stooges. And I get that, but we still want the movie that Zack Snyder wants. That's the thing, okay? We're not going to, if we release it now as is, the stuff's not touched up, not done, not complete, no additional photography. We want all that, okay? We want him to do the movie that he wants to get out there, okay? Don't just, okay, we'll just release it as is. No, we don't want that. We want it to be finished. But I mean, I wouldn't be against it if they decided this is what we're going to give you, and he was like, okay with that. I'll be like, all right, let's watch it, So, but it's just, you can't just release it right now. It's not, I'm telling you, it's not going to be till next year. It's really not going to be till next year. With everything that's happening, it's just not going to be till next year. What's pretty cool, though, when all this hopefully really dies down and this pandemic turns into no longer a pandemic, we're going to get a movie from Zack Snyder that you could stream at home that is a movie that's after a pandemic, I guess you could say. The spreading of something. Army of the Dead, which is kind of cool. Hype the shit out of that, so that's going to be interesting. But, yeah, it's just going to be more of a waiting game. It was just nice to hear somebody else talking about it and saying that they've heard that other people have seen it. And that it's amazing. So, it's something. It wasn't anything huge. I know when Colbert teased it, and then I teased it too, some people were like, oh my God, don't even do this to me. It's coming. And, like, I know people get just really like, whoa. People blow up and go, like, big time. And then they get pissed when it's something minor. And I'm like, you can't do that. You can't get pissed. You can't. This is why I always said, stop hyping yourselves up for every little thing. You can't do that. I got chastised for it. No, you just can't fucking, you can't overblow this is what happens. Everybody gets hyped up, or the other side, the negative side, everybody gets panicked about something. And then when shit finally comes about, you know what's funny? I'm just looking at the TV, man. A lot of restaurants are putting out commercials that, hey, we deliver takeout. We're taking the precautions. That's good. That's good for them because they gotta stay in business too, somehow. But anyways, just don't overhype yourselves. Okay? And I almost went, man, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have teased it like that, but that's what it was about. And then, of course, we talked about it on the vodka stream, or the Corona stream, I should say, that, of course, got dinged with limited ads. It's so stupid. I don't know why that keeps happening. It's like, we can't just fucking talk about it. It's not like we're spreading around the fake news. But, it's all stupid. But, yeah, just relax, folks. It's gonna be a bit. We're not gonna maybe Snyder will drop something and break the internet like he usually does. He'll probably come up with something to post. And I'm sure he's got like stuff that he has. I mean, he has the damn thing. I mean, it's 3.5 hours of footage. He probably even has more than that. He's got a shit ton of footage that he can just like. But does he want to give away too much now? That's the thing. It's like now it's gonna get to the point where he's gonna be giving away too much. Now that he knows that the thing's going to get released, why release stuff that is going to be spoilers? That's kind of why I'm looking at it right now. It's like, okay, we don't need to see any more new surprises, okay? Nothing more, like, stuff that we already know it's there and different shots of the heroes, cool. But we don't need something that the hero's doing that's going to be spectacular to see when we see the cut. So, I don't know. Hopefully we could I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's all just a big waiting game right now. I don't even know. Now that Wonder Woman's probably going to get postponed, who knows if they're going to throw that in HBO Max. HBO Max lost their big ticket item, which was the Friends reunion, because that got postponed. It's all a big shit show right now, man. Meanwhile, Marvel is going full woke with the New Warriors. Talk about bad timing for that. Jesus Christ. I just wonder, like, when they're looking at the backlash, that fucking Kibblesmith, or whatever the fuck, Kibbles and Bits, is he going, what was his reaction? I mean, somebody has to be like, yeah, we saw this coming. Who greenlit this idea? My God. I don't know. It's all crazy. All right. Is there anything else I want to talk about movie-wise? Probably not. Yeah, look for the new design, the new the Battinson designed shirt. Like I said, I'm gonna order it first, see what it looks like, make sure it looks all nice and great, and then I'll put it out there. And then I'm gonna put out a casual Batman shirt. I'll probably put the casual Batman shirt out. Well, no, I think I'll have to order both of those, make sure they look good, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I just gotta add to that. Maybe put. I don't know. We'll see. I'll toy with it. See, that's the thing. I don't want to tinker with that because I need to do videos and get this podcast up. If I start tinkering again, I'm going to fucking lose my day. But, because I got to do laundry and stuff. Okay. So, yeah, look forward to all that. And, just, like I said, self-quarantine, man, this thing is going to plateau one of these days. Like listening to people like Dr. Drew, and he's getting a lot of hate because he's so pissed off how the media is handling it. And I totally agree with him, that how it's blowing up. And it's funny, though, they make him seem like, that he was just totally like on Trump's side or something, saying it was all a hoax and it shouldn't be. It's not what it is. It's just like, please listen to what he's saying. He's all about what the CDC is saying. He's all about what they're saying. And what certain people on there are saying, and he just thinks that this thing's gonna end up plateauing because we're taking the precautions. Normally we don't take these precautions when flu season's happening. We don't shut down, and then that's why there's a shit ton of people that have died more from the flu than are gonna die from this thing. But yeah, I don't know. Just take your precautions and do your we all gotta do it. We all gotta do our part. Even if it's wash your hands, sure. Do your sanitizer, all that stuff. Anyways, questions. If you want to ask me a question, best way to do it is #FilmJunketPodcast. That's the best way to do it, so then I can just read them off. So here we go. Keon98. Kikion. Yes, if you've read The Long Halloween and Dark Victory, what's your opinion? They're great. They're great fucking stories. They're very noirish. Specifically, love Long Halloween. A little bit more, of course, because it goes through. I mean, obviously he's trying to solve who this killer is, and he's going through all the different characters, and just the way it all. I don't know, just the whole sense of it. And we know that Matt Reeves is going to be taking inspiration from that, and that's what I'm really looking forward to with his movie. That it's going to be very, very noirish. I also like how it's drawn. It's unique as well, obviously, but yeah. I don't know. I'm going to have to read Dark Victory again because I read Long Halloween not too long ago. I don't have Dark Victory. I don't own it. I was another one that I pulled from a friend, so I need to go purchase that and reread that again. I have a Long Halloween, just like Year One, Dark Knight Returns, all those. I need to get Hush too because I watched the animated flick and holy shit did they change the fuck out of that. What is up with the animated team changing the shit out of like these classic stories? My God, I couldn't believe. I was like, what the fuck? They're changing so much. And then the whole twist at the end, it was like completely different. I'm like, wow, what the fuck? You totally okay? Whatever, guys. Was it I don't know who the hell it is. Who is it? Not Berlanti, is it? I don't know. No, he does CW shows and shit. I don't know. Fucking stupid. Dusky99 asks, hey Dave, I want to thank you for liking my Isaac Gonzalez Poison Ivy concept art a few days ago. You're welcome. It means a lot. My question, which villains or Bat family members do you want to see in the Batman trilogy, and will Matt Reeves use the Joker? I think he has to use the Joker. It's kind of hard to do a Batman when you don't have his ultimate arch nemesis. I'm hoping the entire Bat family kind of comes in. I mean, we don't have to go like full on Batwoman, but I want Babs. I want a couple of Robins to maybe show up. Specifically Jason Todd. I wouldn't mind seeing that. And when it comes to villains, I want to see a Hugo Strange. I think would be the top. I don't know. Hopefully he does a good job expanding it. Miguel M. He asks, perfect timing. I've been meaning to ask Dave, have you heard of Dr. Jordan Peterson? And if so, what do you think of him? I think he's great. He just kind of came out of nowhere, and very, very smart dude, full of facts, which is in this day in society, having facts, man, you're gonna get a lot of backlash and being called every name in the book, that you're a bigot, that you're racist, that you're homophobic, everything. It's funny because he's just loaded with facts. He's not a bigot. He's not anything, but he'll just state everything, and then people don't like it, and then it's sad because then he's been I haven't heard anything from him for a long time because he was going through a great ordeal with his wife and then his health himself. So he actually hasn't been. That's just what happens, though. I mean, he kind of came out of nowhere. He blew up, and then he was touring around everywhere, and it just took its toll. And then his wife got an illness, and then took more of a toll on his psyche. And yeah, so hopefully the guy's doing pretty good. He has personally motivated me to be a better person and straighten myself out. Definitely check him out if you haven't. Yeah, he's really good at that. He's really good at that. And then he also film related question with this whole beer virus situation. Do you think Warner Brothers and HBO Max will want to push a release date for the Snyder Cut? Move it closer? No. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna. Who knows? I mean, you'd think, but like I said, if he wants to get everything he wants, I don't know. I just don't see that happening. JD McRae asks, do you think Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be delayed, or will it stay? I don't see it going direct to VOD. Hope you are not going stir crazy. Not yet. Yeah, it'll get delayed. It'll get postponed again. God, we're already postponed. We already got postponed like 8 months. Jesus. Gary Mall. He asked a previous question that I didn't get around to because it was too late. Hope all is well, Dave. It's been a while. My question is, how do you find a way to be excited for new DC movies? Because there's no way Pattinson is going to join the DCEU. And how can we have any more JL movies without Batman? What are your thoughts for the future? Well, I mean, can we? It's always funny too because even if Snyder's vision went through, we wouldn't have Batman after Justice League 2 because he would have died. He was going to die. So I don't know. I mean, obviously, yeah, you do. It would be. You do need Batman. I don't know. I'm excited for just to see what they're doing. I don't need a team up movie. It's weird how a lot of DC fans like shit on Marvel for constantly having their characters cameo and setting things up, and then want the same thing from. I just want individual movies. It's like, yeah, sure, you can have a cameo every now and then, or maybe tease that there's a bigger world out there. But right now, I don't really care to have team up movies. I just don't. So I could still be excited because I want to see a different Batman movie that's going to expand that universe. I want to see more Aquaman. I want to see more Wonder Woman. You know, I don't need it to lead to a team-up movie. So that's just me, though. Okay. Which future DC movies are you looking forward to the most? Obviously, the Batman. I'm looking forward to the most. I'm intrigued by the Suicide Squad. Of course, Wonder Woman 84. Yeah. So, yeah, those are the most, pretty much. That was from Cohen Van Vliet. Bring back TNAS. I don't know. What? See Spidey Skater Boy. What are your thoughts and expectation for Matt Reeves' The Batman? Also, what would you want Catwoman, Riddler, and Penguin to look like in the film? Like I said, I'm hoping it's going to be something great. I have full faith in Matt Reeves to give us something great. Like I said, taking inspiration from Long Halloween, Dark Victory. So I think we're going to be okay. Catwoman, I'm pretty sure, is going to look pretty legit to how she looks in the books. Riddler and Penguin might, I don't know. With Colin Farrell being the Penguin, it's going to be interesting. If there's going to be a monocle on his eye, I hope so. And Riddler, yeah, I hope there's a question mark with a top hat. You know, I kind of hope that, maybe, but we'll see what happens. Point Blank Range, he asks, what do you make of the internationally renowned franchise IPs burning and crashing due to the horrible corporate mismanagement? Game of Thrones, Star Wars, and Doctor Who did all that in less than 4 months. I don't know. I think they're fine. I don't think it's going to do anything. It's just so hard to, when it came to Game of Thrones, it was like, I don't know. I don't know what they could have done better because I wasn't really into the show. Star Wars, you know, just let people make stories. Stop having it being a corporate thing where everybody's throwing in their ideas. That's what's got to stop. Let the artists make the shit. Michael Manette, he asks, if you were to work with Matt Reeves for the Batman, for a sequel to the Batman, which story would you pitch to him? It can be original or based on the famous Batman storyline. Like I said, I think if it's going to be a sequel, I mean, it's all going to be tied together. I mean, one of the stories of recent that I really, really liked and enjoyed and would love to see in a movie was Batman All-Star, the first one from Mr. Snyder, I believe, that had Batman and Two-Face. Batman was taking Two-Face like across country or something, and a bunch of villains were going after him. I just really liked that storyline. There was a lot of taking place like in deserts and shit, and it was just interesting to see that dynamic and all these different random villains. It wasn't just known villains. I mean, there was Penguin and stuff, but random villains just going after him, trying to get Two-Face because, you know, I forgot exactly. I have to read it again because I forgot exactly what he knew, but it was a really good story. Okay, is that pretty much it? Looks like it. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate the questions and appreciate you guys clicking in as per usual. Follow me on the Sock Meds down there, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Do all that. Patreon if you want to help me out too. And then of course shirts down below. And like I said, that Battinson shirt will make its way in there as well for ordering, and a casual Batman shirt as well. And it's gonna be okay, folks. Luckily, we have all this technology. You know, that's what's great. Can you imagine if we had to do all this back in like the 90s or something, or even like the early 2000s? Jeez, it's amazing that all this technology you could still. I mean, I've seen so many people post like that they're having internet parties where they have 10 windows up and all their friends are getting together on group chats, video chats, and having a good time. You know, so that's good, and people can work from home because of that technology. So at least there's all that. That's just the way to look at it. Anyways, guys, I love you. All right, talk to you later.